Most men talk too much about confidence. They explain it, they perform it, they try to sound like they have it. But real confidence is quiet. It does not speak first. It does not need witnesses. If you have to announce your confidence, you already lost it. Look at how modern life trains men. You are encouraged to speak, to share, to react, say how you feel, defend your opinion, show your personality. But notice something. The more a man talks about who he is, the less certain he feels inside. Because words without substance create pressure. Pressure to maintain an image. Pressure to be believed. That pressure leaks. You see it in arguments. A raised voice. Fast explanations. Defensive tone. You see it in silence too. Avoidance. Hesitation. Second-guessing. This is the common modern situation. You are expected to appear confident in meetings, in relationships, online. So you learn to perform confidence instead of building it. And the body knows the truth. Your heart rate changes. Your breathing tightens. Your mind races ahead of the moment. Most men feel this gap. The gap between how they sound and how they feel. That gap is where insecurity lives. The inner conflict is simple. You want to be respected, but you are not fully prepared. So you speak louder, you explain more. You try to control the situation with words, but words cannot replace skill. They only expose its absence. Confidence that depends on talking collapses under pressure. The moment someone questions you, the moment something goes wrong, the mask cracks. Most men fail here, not because they are weak, but because they confuse belief with ability. They think confidence is a mindset, a trick, a way of thinking differently. It is not. Confidence is a byproduct. It comes after. There is a moment when this becomes clear. It does not arrive through motivation. It arrives through friction. You face a task that cannot be talked through, a problem that does not care about your opinion, a responsibility that requires action. And suddenly, words mean nothing. Only preparation matters. Only repetition matters. Only competence remains. This realization changes how a man moves through the world. He stops trying to sound confident. He starts focusing on being capable. He trains. He studies. He practices in silence. No announcements. No identity talk. Just work. As competence grows, something shifts. Your posture changes without effort. Your voice slows down. Your responses become shorter. You do not rush to fill silence. You do not rush to explain yourself, because you know where you stand. This is the turning point, not a decision, a recognition. Confidence does not need emotion. It does not need approval. It rests on evidence. You have done the work before. You have handled pressure before. You have failed, corrected, and improved. That memory steadies you. When challenged, you do not spike. You listen. You respond only when needed. You are not calm because you are fearless. You are calm because you are prepared. This is the emotional peak most men never reach. The moment you realize you do not need to convince anyone. Your presence speaks for you. A competent man does not posture. He does not dominate conversations. He does not chase validation. He carries quiet authority. Others feel it without being told. And when mistakes happen, he does not collapse. Because his confidence was never tied to perfection. It was built on capacity. He knows what he can fix. He knows what he can endure. He knows what is within his control. This is where emotional discipline forms. You stop reacting to ego threats. You stop defending every comment. You stop taking things personally, not because you are detached from life, but because you are grounded in skill. The less you rely on words, the more precise they become. You speak when there is value. You stay silent when there is not. Silence stops feeling awkward. It starts feeling powerful. And people notice, not because you try to impress them, But because competence creates gravity, the final lesson is simple. Confidence is not something you claim. It is something others sense. And more importantly, something you feel alone. When no one is watching, when no one is listening, strength comes from mastery of self, from doing the work without noise, from carrying responsibility without complaint. Words can inspire, but they cannot replace ability. If you want confidence, stop trying to sound strong. Become useful. Become capable. Become disciplined. Then say less. You will not need to explain who you are. Your presence will already know